Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And look, the story's not dead, but it is barely on life support as Tayshia and Zach's hopes for reuniting grow farther and farther apart. It's like being on a deserted island and you see a boat in the distance and you're like, hey, hey, and then you see the boat get smaller and smaller and you're like, that boat is Zach and Tayshia getting back together. Hey, but a boy can dream, can he? All right, do me a favor. Follow me on Instagram at DNeils for Patreon-only content. Go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. That's for private membership-only communities. I was supposed to do a live stream today. I am going to be canceling that. I've got some plans to get to, so no live stream today, just as a heads up for everybody. All right, so Tayshia just tweeted, every story has an end, but in life, every ending is just a new beginning. Tayshia, what is this? What is this AOL Instant Messenger Green Day quote type of vague update? Let us know. Even the comments like, care to let a diehard fan know if you are referring to anything specific? You know, fans become journalists. They're like, when you talk about new beginnings, are we talking about Bachelorette 2022? Are we talking about a new product line? Are we talking about Zach Clark and Tayshia 2.0? What are we talking about here? We're not going to know. Get comments from you guys all the time, though. Someone wrote this the other day. Listening to your podcast, it's not a podcast, it's a YouTube channel, but I appreciate it. Regarding Tayshia, I saw another post she made today where she is doing a blood orange mimosa. It's spelled mimosa wrong, but this is what you're referring to, making mimosas. I always felt uncomfortable and thought it was odd that she would drink alcohol if she were with Zach under his circumstances being sober. I believe that could be an issue for them because I do not know an addiction therapist anywhere that says it's okay. It is not okay to put that temptation in front of someone he was dealing with a particular addiction. In this case, it's alcohol. Don't you find that odd? Because in the beginning of their relationship, they never showed Tayshia with a drink in her hand. Everybody is different, and I'm sure if Tayshia had a drink in front of Zach, it was with his approval, and plenty of people that are battling their own addictions can be in an environment where they are, in fact, presented with the possibility of cheating on their addiction, that is. I did background on a movie years ago. The movie was called Arthur with Russell Brand. And Russell Brand played like I don't know if he had a drunk scene. I never watched the movie, but he's a sober guy. And he had a water bottle filled halfway with rum or something. It was a colored liquor in it. And before the scene, he would take the water bottle and he would smell the alcohol. It's a true story. I watched it with my own eyes. And I was like, oh, interesting. It was his way of getting into this mode of this jolly drunk that he no longer is. He was able to tap into that in a safe way where that wasn't crossing his boundary because he knew he could handle that. There's alcoholics that couldn't be that close to alcohol. It would be a problem. With Zach, I think we can trust he's got his addiction under his control, and that's not for us to worry whether or not Tayshia would have a drink in front of him. That's my answer to that. Now, the other angle here, and people have presented this to me. This is from yesterday or 2 days ago. Tayshia made probably a sponsored post, Tuesday with a Twist. She made these alcoholic beverages, but one of the beverages is alcoholic, and the other one right here is just a non-alcoholic, a mocktail, if you will, leading people to wonder, was she making a drink for Zach? Or, of course, has she been instructed that whenever you make an alcoholic drink on your social media, it would be proper goodwill to make a non-alcoholic version for sober people? That could be the case too. It could be one versus the other. But as you guys saw in my thumbnail here, mocktail instructions, including, of course, does this mean you guys are back together? So people were clearly asking these questions. Does this mean you're back together? My thought is no. My thought is that's not what it means. But, you know, there's a pulse there. There's a pulse there. Tayshia posted this yesterday. Now, she didn't write this quote, but she wrote this. Oh, I'm sorry. She wrote at the bottom this 100x over, which are 1,000 times over. Protect your energy every day. Cherish those who lift you and flow with your energy. Notice how simple it is to feel happy and alive when surrounded by people who inspire you. Set boundaries and know your worth. Be brave enough to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you. Honor your soul's purpose and be so committed to yourself that you inspire others to do the same. Your time is so precious. It goes by and then it's gone. Choose you every single day. What in the holy Claire Crowley quote is this? Now, this is a nice quote. Too often, though, and I'm not saying this is Tayshia's case, but too often I feel like we do the flight versus the fight. The flight, oh, this isn't working for me. I got to go. I got to take care of myself, which is fine. I think everyone should be independent and take care of themselves. But at the same time, was there fight? Was there enough fight? We saw the flight, the relationship ending. Was there enough fight? Did they fight for it? Were they able to, properly look at the exact issues of their relationship that weren't working and see if that's repairable? In most cases, it is. Well, in some cases, it is. Sometimes people just aren't the right personality types. It's not, in my eyes, respectfully, it's not about being the right personality type. It's about both parties in a relationship having the will and desire to understand the other, even if they don't properly, innately get it. That's my view with that. That's a scenario. So here are the comments. Wow, this is cocktail inspiration for real. And then, of course, what I posted, mocktail instructions included, of course. Does this mean you guys are back together? Probably just because it's dry January for a lot of people. But, of course, people are speculating one way or another. Someone says it looks like it wasn't even in their apartment. So people are speculating for sure. Did I have any other posts there? Speaking of a couple that is together, have you guys seen this? Proposal by Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. The guy's got a 5-camera setup. Did you guys watch this? Let's watch it right here. This is Machine Gun Kelly proposing to Megan Fox, queen of the Transformer movies. Here we go. Let's play some audio here. Gets down on the knee. Nice wide shot. 2 shot right behind it. Over his shoulder. Back to the wide shot. Now let me tell you why I don't like this. Now, don't get me wrong. This is very romantic. She gets down on her knee. This is great. He looks like Beetlejuice over here. He looks like Neil Lane. You got, cast Beetlejuice to play him. So there she is. We're happy for them, right? In July of 2020, we sat under this banyan tree. We asked for magic. We were oblivious to the pain we would face together in such a short, frenetic period of time. Unaware of the work and sacrifices the relationship would require from us, but intoxicated off of the love and the karma. Somehow, a year and a half later, having walked through hell together and having laughed more than I ever imagined possible, he asked me to marry him. And just as in every lifetime before this one, and as in every lifetime that will follow it, I said yes. And then we drank each other's blood. Did they drink each other's blood, or is that a metaphor? I don't really understand. Either way, she said yes to Beetlejuice. Good for them. Good for them. But this is she posted what I wonder if Zach and Tayshia were able to do, where she says, unaware of the work and sacrifices the relationship would require. Having walked through hell together and having laughed more than I ever imagined possible, he asked me to marry him. So I guess the question is, and we'll never be able to pry into people's personal lives, but did Zach and Tayshia walk through hell together, or did they walk away from each other? And that's the question we don't have the answers to. Respectfully, they're allowed to do whatever the heck they want. If her tweet that she just dropped today is an indication of a new beginning, the question now remains, is that with or without Zach? I think we can safely bury this relationship. I'm not willing to make a eulogy video of it yet, even though they did offer their breakup statements, but the ship is getting farther away from the beach. Let me know what you guys think. This is probably it for me today, unless there's any other breaking news. Leave a comment below, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.